Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sophie. I have a doctorate in literature, which means I get way too emotionally invested in the shows that we're watching. So if that sounds like something you will enjoy, why don't you hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video? Today, we're reacting to episode 3 of Witch Hat Atelier. Last episode, we saw the introduction of Coco to the other apprentices of Kefri. We learn a little bit more about how magic functions in the world, but also why magic is hush-hush, because when power is unchecked, humans go crazy and it creates chaos. So only those that can be trusted to keep the secret of magic, but also not use magic to harm others, are allowed to practice it. So there is a whole secret community that is known, but how magic is performed isn't known, because again, Kefri does introduce himself as a witch, but nobody sees how he performs the magic. So the magic aspect is the secret. The fact that witches exist is not. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing Coco interact with Agate now that Kefri's gone on his mission. There's also the mention of her having to do trials in order to get to the library, which is really exciting. But there's also these tests that Agate is going to be putting her through. So I think this episode will likely delve into them. So without further ado, we're going to jump into episode 3. He's like, I'm not going to take the stairs.
せっかく階段があるのに誰も使いやしないんだから。大行動の問題児め。
Problem child.
あらいら。どうだかな。
That does not shock me.
とんでもないことをやらかしたそうじゃないか。だって関係あるかもしれないんだろ。つばり棒の連中と。
Oh, we have a name. The brimmed caps.
大事な手がかりだ。
そういうわけじゃないよ。試験がまだだから正式な弟子でもないしね。
なんだまだなのか。
早すぎるよ。
今の時期試験会場のダダ山脈は
1年で一番標高が高い。こんな時に試験は受けさせられないよ。命に関わるもの。
Why do I have a feeling it might happen? Kefri's like, I wouldn't dream of that. Agate's like, I would.
本当にやるの？先生もいないのに。いつやろうが、受けるときはどうせ一人よ。でもまだここに来たばかりだし。私は10歳の時に合格したわ。
Okay, but that was you.
持っていけるのは3つの魔法器と魔材だけ。誰の助けも借りずにダダ山脈の頂上へたどり着き、そこに群生する王冠草を取ってくるの。
He literally said he wouldn't put her through this.
さあ、行って。
But when you did the test, it probably wasn't at the highest elevation, so I mean...
あと靴ってないかな。飛ぶとき靴底が光ってた。もしよかったら、その靴
Just
貸してほしい。
maybe. Doesn't hurt to ask, Coco.
貸してあげるから。さっさと。ありがとう。
So you best pass the test and bring them back.
言い忘れてたけど、この試験を受けられるのは一度きりだから。
I'm pretty sure you shouldn't be the one dictating when she takes the test, though. I feel like she's jumping the gun massively. This should be up to Kefri, not her. Like, she's right when she says, like, should we be doing this when Kefri's not here? And she's like, oh, well, you know, you'll have to do it eventually anyway. But she's just a kid herself.
こっちに行けってことだよね。
She's like little Red Riding Hoods
よし。
in her little red cloak. It's so cute.
やれる。あがとう。
Oh, Coco.
10歳の時に合格したって言ってた。
Yeah, under different circumstances, Coco.
きっと。
How old is Coco? Because she's not 10. Is she like 13, 14 maybe? She's young.
あれがダダ山脈。
I don't think it's supposed to be that high though, is it? Because he said it's at its highest
一
elevation.
匹のマシン球は上を指してる。まさか空に浮かんでるなんて。
We have the shoes.
じゃーん。アガットから開拓。
Ta-da! No, it doesn't work that way.
魔法陣が右足と左足で半分ずつずれないようにぴったりと合わせて。
I love that she's figuring it out, but she's also never done it before, so... Please don't get ahead of yourself, Coco.
キーフリー先生の言う通り、歩きたての子馬みたい。飛べた。
Like a bird.
飛べたら頂上まであっという間だもんね。頑張ろう。
すぐに慣れて自由に駆け回れるようになるよ。
But that's the thing, everything takes practice and time. It's not something you can just do overnight. Oh, Kiefer's gonna be pissed when he gets back and realizes that she's been sent on this when he was like, nah. That's so cool. Like a whole underground city. Ah, that's amazing.
申請書はこれだ。頼んだよ。
はい。大講堂は魔法使いの本拠地。必要なものはすべて揃ってる。
じゃあ必要な時だけ来るよ。
大講堂嫌いは根深いようだな。
Why does he hate the Great
しっ
Hall?
かり見ててやれよ。あのくらいの子供たちは大人のいないところで何をやらかすかわからないぞ。
Like sending Coco out on a test that she's not ready to do?
さっきよりだいぶバランス取れるようになってきたかも。
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, that's so cute. No! Oh, that's adorable. Oh my god, please tell me she keeps it as like a little pet. Oh no.
魔法陣が流れて消えてる。そうだ、上から書き直せば。魔木が中で全部こぼれてる。
Nothing's going right.
あれ？ねえアガト、ここ見てない？そろそろご飯の時間なのに。試験のためにダダ山脈に行ってるから。え？一人で？まだアトリエに来たばっかなのに止めなかったの？
Because she's the reason she went.
あんな簡単な試験さえ受からないなら、やっぱり弟子になるべきじゃない。
That's not for you to decide though.
私にできることができ
Oh
な
my
いから
god,
嫌いな。
she's gonna have a rude awakening. That not everyone is around for your
心配しなくても
benefits.
挑戦すらできずに帰ってくるわよ。今の時期のダダ山脈は1年で一番高くまで浮いてる。私の飛び靴だけじゃそこまで高く飛べないもの。
So she wanted her to fail.
私たちの世界に入ってきてほしくないわ。
That's not for you to decide. The fact that she knew and still sent her, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. I thought she didn't know. But the fact that she was like, nah, I want her to fail. Because she's like, oh, I have no benefit having people around me that can't do what I do. But the world doesn't function that way.
少し残ってた魔木で書いてみたけど、浮かぶことすらできな
I
くなっ
don't
ちゃ
think
った
she'll be happy when people say the same to her. Like, oh, you can't do what I do, so I don't want you around. People don't like people like that. She needs to soften a little bit.
直接書いたらダメだ。体に直で書くのは禁止魔法だもん。
Oh,
アガットの言う通りだよね。
poor Coco.
魔法は誰でも書けるけど、誰でもうまく書けるってわけじゃない。やっぱり魔法使いは 特別な素質のある人しか
No, it's practice and time and energy. Like, you can't be good at it overnight.
みんな小さな頃からずっと魔法を書いてき
Exactly.
てるん
You're
だの
new
に
to this, Coco.
私にできることなんて
Literally been less than 24 hours. Give yourself some grace. Exactly, it's all practice. She wasn't good immediately.
この村にこんな素敵な職人がいたとはね。これこそ魔法だ。
ある
You do. Come on, Coco.
ある私の魔法水につけて少し湿らせたら
Is she gonna make a sail?
濡れてたマント泥が乾いてパリパリしてるこれなら書けそう
Oh, this is making me really emotional.
新しい道具を使う手はおぼつかないものさ。
But this isn't a new tool. This is something she's been learning since she was a child that her
使い慣れ
mom
た道具に
guided
使えれば
her.
いい指先が自由に駆け回れるようになる
So she's finding confidence in her own abilities.
おはよう筆虫あなた警戒心ないのね正しく書くなら門は真ん中で矢はいくつか均等に置くべきなんだろうけど矢の長さが偏ってると勢いが加わりすぎるって教えてもらったから逆に一本だけですっごく長くしてみたうまくいくかはわからないけどね
I hope this becomes her little companion.
あなたも来るの
Yeah. Oh my god, please.
ならしっかり捕まってて
It's like, oh shit. Whoa. My concern is how the fuck's she gonna get back down? Like, if she can get up, but if she loses hold of it, how's she gonna get down?
私自分の魔法で飛んでる
Oh, I'm so proud of
マ
her.
ントなんて夢みたい
Oh,
母さんの手伝いで覚えたことが
Coco.
魔法の助けになるなんて思わなかった王冠層はまだ上だ
This is so beautiful. It really is. But I love that she's able to utilize that skill that she learned with her mom into magic. Oh, she seems to be able to, like, control it. So maybe she'll be able to aim it downwards. Come on, you got this. Prove her wrong. Go back and show that you are capable of being an apprentice. Oh,
お母さん
this is for your mum. You're doing this for your mum. You have to become a witch for
待
her
っててねお母さん
so you can be reunited
俺
again.
のしたことの責任ちゃんと取るから
Yes!
じゃあここは一人でダダ山脈に試験を受けに行ったのかい。
でも中断したら失格じ
そもそもまだ受けるには早すぎるよ。生まれた時から魔法が身近な僕たちとは違うんだ。ここにもしものことがあったら失うのはあの子だけじゃないんだ。
ゃんあれ
ここ
And she's coming back with a friend. Oh.
ティアたちすごくすごく
Oh.
王の許し取ってきたよ
It's still not going to be good enough for her, is
これ
it?
で証明になったよね
Yeah, see what I mean? It's still not good enough. She's just angry that she did it.
万全の準備も基礎知識も足りないままでむやみに魔法を使うのがすごく危険だってこと君はもう知ってるはずだ
It's not her fault though, Kifri. She didn't fully understand.
ごめんなさい、キーフリー先生。
She was told and she trusted that Agate knew what she was saying.
君はもう僕の弟子だ
Is it a hat?
魔法使いである証誇りでもあり魔法を悪用しないために頭にはめる枷でもある
She gets a hat!
それをかぶっている限りその重みを忘れないでとんがり帽子は君の魔法を見ている
Oh, that's such a cute little outfit.
大事にするんだよ
I'm so happy.
お風呂も入った方がいい。
Episode 3, I missed the cutscene at the end because I was watching the outro, but I actually thought it was over and didn't realize there was a little thing at the end. So we're going to watch that first and then I'll do my intro and then we'll get into episode 4. But I just want to make sure I catch up and I'm able to kind of talk about that little scene first and foremost. Lesson learned. Don't switch off before you know for sure that it's over. Because I thought this was it. I was like, oh, it's done. Oh, shit.
種が芽吹いた。
So he was watching the whole time. So he was watching Coco and he said the seed has sprouted, which means they are invested in Coco and what Coco is. Because if you think about it, this whole organization is built on this idea of making magic like accessible for their own chaotic reasonings. They're not like the society which has decided that only certain people can be trusted with the knowledge. So these individuals that have been giving out books to children likely, in my mind, have hoped that one of these children would discover the truth that they can use magic. And in doing so, it kind of sows the seeds of discontent. It's fracturing the society. So seeing Coco as the seed that has sprouted is Coco is part of fracturing this idea that magic is a secret, that magic can only be trusted by the certain few, because Coco is the first person, likely in a very long time, to actually be able to use magic without that having been passed down by like families, because we don't know if it's family lineage that passes the information on, but we do know that Coco is seen as an outsider. Agate talks about Coco not being welcome, that they all had to go through these tests before they could even become apprentices. She's very adverse to Coco because she's not one of them, but in order to be one of them would imply that this information about magic is passed down through family lines. So for Coco to not be from a family line where magic is passed down means she is not one of them. She is an outsider. She is one of those that was never trusted with the truth of magic, because then it's implying that only those that descend from these families that were trusted with this information become apprentices. Their generations become apprentices. They're tasked with this. Whereas Coco always thought magic was something that you had to be born with, and then she learned that that's not the case, and then she's been allowed to become an apprentice. But that's sort of what the mask people want, because if their whole process is sowing discontentment, creating chaos, how do you do that? You make people realize that magic is not something you are born with, which is sort of the message that's been perpetuated. Coco is the seed that they have planted, that magic is something everyone can access. And obviously, it's not for good intentions. They're wanting to sow chaos, but they have a plan. And I don't think it's necessarily Coco. I think if any other child, bar Coco, had ended up in this situation, they would still think of it the same way that a seed has been planted. Coco is probably just the first to have figured it out. So because she's figured it out and she's successfully infiltrated by becoming an apprentice, in their mind, they probably think that perhaps they can manipulate Coco in the future, that they can maybe turn Coco to their organization because they can do the whole, oh, but we introduced you to magic. But then Coco also has her mom that's been impacted because of them. So I think there's going to be this rejection, obviously, but in their mind, they think perhaps Coco is their way in, that they can start to fracture society and this perception of magic through Coco, because Coco is the first outsider to likely be accepted as an apprentice, that maybe Coco can be someone they can manipulate in the future, but it's Coco. She's not going to get manipulated. But I think if it hadn't been Coco and it had been another child, they would have said the same thing as our seed has sprouted. I don't think it's specifically Coco. Coco was just the one child that was given this book that actually figured out that magic isn't something you're born with, it's something that you can do yourself. But she only discovered that because she saw Kefri doing the sigils in the basement. So if she hadn't seen that, she wouldn't have figured it out. But again, if it wasn't Coco, it would have been another child, and they would still have had that interest, especially the fact that an outsider has been able to pass not only this test with no prior knowledge of magic, she's had to learn it all herself on the fly, but also the fact that she's been successful when it's at its highest range. So she's gone above and beyond what other apprentices have had to do. Well, prior apprentices, because they're apprentices when they pass. So she's accomplished something that very few would be able to do. Again, I'm looking forward to seeing Agate soften, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of her background, because I genuinely just think it is just childish jealousy. I don't think it's malicious in the sense that she wants Coco to be harmed or Coco to die. You know, when she's being questioned about it, she says that Coco will give up. She thinks that Coco's not going to attempt it, that Coco will see that it's not possible, she'll get disheartened and she'll come back. Meaning, Agate didn't think that Coco would actually just keep going in order to prove something. She didn't realize Coco's headstronginess, and how could she? Agate doesn't really know Coco. Agate is also a child. She can't read that Coco wasn't just going to give up that easily. And I think in Agate's mind, any outsider thrust into a situation that seems impossible with very limited knowledge of magic would just give up, especially because if there's no expectation from family for them to become an apprentice, to become a witch, then why would an outsider put themselves in danger? And I think that's what Agate's thinking, because I think it is information that's passed down through the lineages. So I think Agate must be from a family of magic users. Likewise, the others are too. It's only Coco that's not, which is why Coco's seen as the outsider. And I think in Agate's mind, there is this pressure to be a witch and that she couldn't give up no matter what. But Coco doesn't have that pressure. Therefore, Coco can just give up and there's no consequences and it's fine. Because Agate thinks Coco's mom can't be saved anyway. And she doesn't fully understand the importance of Coco being here in terms of Kefri. So in her mind, there's no pressure, there's no expectation. She's just going to give up and come back, and then she'll leave and everything will resume as normal. It's not a want to hurt her or cause her to die or suffer. I think this idea of that is ignoring the fact that they are literal children, and children are often irrational, and the way they think about things is quite linear. They're not thinking about the consequences, and Agate isn't thinking about the consequence. She's just thinking that Coco will give up. She doesn't want to hurt her again. I think it is very much just rooted in them being kids and this childish sense of jealousy, but also competition. And I think some of the jealousy could stem from the fact that Coco is so skilled at what she does for someone that has no prior background. And I think it could be maybe she feels like she's had to work so hard and it just comes so easily to Coco in a sense that it doesn't to her. And maybe there's that resentment of, well, I come from this lineage and you don't. So why is it easy for you, but it's not easy for me? I don't know. It's not malicious in the sense that she wants Coco to die. It is just kids being kids, you know? But yeah, I'm glad that I went back and watched that, and lesson learned, actually wait until it's over in order to make sure you don't miss any crucial information, because I thought it was over. So I just moved on and watched something else. And yeah, it wasn't. It kind of annoys me though that like he hasn't said anything to Agate to be like, why? Because he's blaming Coco. He's like, you should have known better. But like he also says she's not lived around magic the same way they all have. So it's still a new world to her. And he told her to watch Agate and to trust Agate while he was gone. So of course she's going to do what she tells her to do. Doesn't like being around people that can't do what she does, but even when Coco can do what she does, it's still not good enough because there's a deep-seated issue that isn't to do with Coco not being up to standard, but I think it could be just childish jealousy. Her actions do quite come across as not liking the idea of someone coming in and sort of maybe not taking the spotlight per se, but receiving the praise that she's been receiving from Kiefer. Kind of like a child when a new sibling comes along and they get jealous over the new sibling and the attention that sibling receives. It kind of gives me that vibe. We don't really know enough to kind of ascertain why she's so against Coco, other than the fact that she feels like Coco doesn't deserve to be here, that she hasn't worked as hard as she has, that Coco can't do what she does, that she's an outsider and she doesn't belong. But then the fact that it's still not good enough when Coco can do what she does, it's kind of like a slap in the face to Coco, because she's showing that she is capable, and the fact that she's able to use the memories of crafting and learning that skill with her mother into magic because of Kiefer recognizing it as a talent and a skill and being magical is just so beautiful. The fact that she can carry her mother's memory and utilize it to her benefit, and it's this reminder that her mother is always with her, that whilst she is on this mission to save her, her mother is still there guiding her, showing her what she needs to do in order to become a witch, in order to gain these skills and abilities to save her mum. Her hands are guiding her hands. She has trained under her mum's guidance for so many years, and it's paid off in the end. And just those flashbacks to Coco as a little girl in the memories of her and her mum together, and the focus on hands and crafting and the magic that comes from it was just really gut-wrenching. Like I found myself getting choked up because you can really feel that loss in Coco, that desire to be with her mom and reunited with her. And it was getting me like, I'm like welling up talking about it just because it's so beautiful, that mother-daughter connection that's always there, that her mother's influence is never forgotten, and Coco can find strength and courage and power in it, that it helps to motivate her and guide her. She now has a little friend, a little bush buddy that I instantly saw and was like, I want that tattooed on me. That's so cute. There's so many like whimsical elements to this show that I can see so many ideas for tattoos, but the one with the bush buddy holding the flower, I was like, yeah, instantly I was like, I need that. It's just so cute. I am so excited to see more of this show, especially we got the introduction of Kiefer in the Great Hall and this deep-seated resentment, but we don't know why, to the point that he's chosen to not reside there. He's chosen to have his apprentices completely separated. Why that is, we don't know yet, but I'm excited to learn what's caused him to kind of only go there when he needs things. Then there was also the mention of finding the information about the brimmed caps, though Keyfree did say that it's not just about that and that she hasn't taken her test, so she's not his official apprentice. But then when he gets back, she is his official apprentice. So I feel like an exception has kind of been made for Coco, that she didn't need to have to do this test in order to become one. So you can kind of understand it if she hadn't done the test and she was still made an apprentice, why Agate would be really kind of annoyed. But she has still done the test and also became the apprentice, but she didn't know that she didn't have to do the test because Keyfree had already managed to get her approved and to become his official apprentice, because he came with it all in the case anyway. So he kind of was already planning to make her his official apprentice. But I want to know more about the brimmed caps. I want to know why they're handing out spell books to sow discontent. I want to know what Keyfree knows about these people, because obviously Coco is the lead. But he also says that losing Coco isn't just losing Coco, it's the loss of someone else. And I think he could be potentially referring to her mom, because obviously with Coco dying, there's also her mom never being able to be recovered from this crystallized spell. But I think he also is referring to the fact that there's the fear that not finding out who the brimmed caps are could result in further people losing their lives because of the chaos that's being sowed. I'm not entirely sure, but phenomenal series. I am so excited to see more of this. It's just so beautifully done, beautifully drawn. The story is exciting and engaging, and there's little threads here and there that you're trying to like piece together, but you're still waiting for more information. I really want to read the manga, but I'm gonna have to hold off because, again, this is an ongoing series, so I'm kind of scared of like going too far and spoiling the series for myself. So I'm gonna hold off because I'm currently reading the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood manga and also Death Note and Frieren, so lots of manga to read, so I don't need to rush into this. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. Until next episode, bye!